You can see this is not a really natural color. This looks like a bottle of matcha latte. Hey guys, I have a few packages here of some beauty and makeup kind of products that I ordered recently, and so I thought I would just put them all together, do kind of an unboxing video, and then actually use the things that I hadn't used before, and come back and give like a review on everything, because you know me, I hate just watching someone open something and talk about it like, oh, that's cool. I want to hear about it after you've used it for a while. Does it actually work? Do you like it? So let me get started opening these and I will show you everything that I got. So this all started with the Sephora semi-annual like insider sale. I'm not a VIB or anything anymore, so I just shopped at the regular time with all the commoners. And I pretty much just use this Sephora sale to stock up on things that I already know and use. So there's not really anything like too exciting in here, but actually I forget at this point what I got. So let me go through. Oh, so my samples, I got this Isle of Paradise like tanner glow stuff. I actually used some Isle of Paradise drops this summer. This is the kind that you can like mix into your lotion, and this looks like a similar, I don't think it's like the same color that I got, but they're really nice, so I'll test those out. And then the other sample that I got was this salt perfume. I'm not sure what it smells like. As far as the products, I got a new tube of the JVN Complete Air Dry Cream. I talked about this in a recent video where I was talking about my wavy hair journey, and this is what I like to use on first day hair when I'm styling it wavy, and then the second day I'll use like a little bit more, greater amount of products, but this is great just on its own for one day. I really stocked up on my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow pencils. If there is one beauty product that I'm going to use, if I could only use one for all day, it's gonna be the Brow Wiz Pencils. So I got a bunch of those. I always stock up on those. This was interesting. This is my Bobbi Brown concealer or color corrector, and I actually have at least one, maybe two in backup, but I was like, oh, I'm ordering, they're on sale, I'll just add one more. And I got an email that said like, oh, everything is coming except for this. We ran out. And then it's here anyway. So that worked out. And then this is something I've never bought from Sephora before, but if you saw, it was probably a year ago, maybe longer than a year ago now, I did a Merit full face of makeup, and my two favorite items from that were their cream blush, which I like, but I probably wouldn't repurchase for what it is. There's other cream blushes out there. And then this is called Brow 1980. It's like a tinted brow kind of balm. So it goes on like a mascara kind of wand. So anyway, what I really like doing is pairing this with the pencil. So I got another one of these. They're not cheap, but again, it was on sale. And finally, I needed a new kind of spoolie brush, like a eyebrow brush. So the one that I've been using, actually, I'm pretty sure it came for free with something, and it's about this long, just like little plasticky brush, and it like keeps falling apart and I keep gluing it. So I got an actual like nice eyebrow brush, and this has, it's dual ended. So it has the spoolie on one end, and then it has like, you can do like a powder application or something with the other end. Okay, so that was all I was gonna get. And then I saw somebody said that these products at Morphe were on sale and they were raving about these skincare things, and I actually was almost out of some of my skincare products, and usually I order a bunch of stuff from Witch Trend from Korea, and like I didn't need enough stuff to warrant doing an order. It's very expensive to pay for shipping, so I was gonna kind of put it off, but then I saw that there was this stuff at Morphe. So I'm actually not familiar with this brand, Bad Habit, but I just bought a bunch of their stuff based on one person's recommendation. So what did I get? So I have the Eyes Open Caffeine and Peptide Eye Cream. So I actually just started a new eye cream, but it was like some random thing I got at the drugstore, so I'm excited to try that. And then this is the Keep Calm Adaptogen Smoothing Toner. I'm not really into the whole adaptogen thing, but I thought that I saw that it had like, holy basil, a powerful adaptogen, calms stressed out skin, oat extract known to reduce redness and irritation. So it looks pretty cool. It is green. So curious to see how that works out. And then this was another product that this person was really raving about. This is the OMZ Acai Nightly Cleansing Balm. I've really been wanting to try a cleansing balm instead of, you know, like makeup remover and then like face wash or whatever. So it doesn't, it's sealed shut. It doesn't have a smell that escapes the seal. The packaging on these is really nice. Like they all have these kind of matte plastic lids, very nice. And even the boxes are really cute. Like this one says like time to wash off that late night swiping and online shopping. And this one is a hand cream. It says you have to put your phone down to use this. So this is the Palm Reader Adaptogen Nourishing Hand Cream. And I will confess, I actually had taken this out of the box already just to check it out. It's weird. It has like a little bit of a tint to it. I don't know if you can tell against my skin, but it's sort of light peach colored. But I mean, it just smells like regular lotion. Again, I'm not sure what adaptogens are exactly or what the benefit is, but it is a nice hand cream. And you know, we're getting into winter and I like to use something a little bit more substantial of a hand cream. So making a big mess. And then I got two brushes from Morphe, which I would have gotten from Sephora actually, but they were cheaper here. So this one, I didn't really care about the brand. I was just looking for the shape. This is a Morphe times Jaclyn Hill blending brush. It's a little bit fluffier of a eyeshadow kind of powder brush. I have one that I use and it's sort of poofing apart, so I figured it was time to replace. And then the other one I'm really excited to try out. This is the FB1 Deluxe Face and Body Brush, just Morphe brand. And I use, when I apply my like translucent powder, which I don't do every day, but especially if I'm, you know, if it's gonna be a long day, if it's hot and I'm gonna be sweaty, I have this translucent face powder that I apply with a big fluffy brush, and it has like a very long handle. It's very big and clunky, especially to travel with and such. So this is the same, if not even bigger, of a big poofy brush, but with just a little tiny stub of a handle. So, you know, I'll be able to apply it all nice and fluffy, but it won't be as big and clunky and bulky to carry around. So I'm excited to try that out. So that was it from Morphe. And then finally, I don't even know why, but I was just looking on the Colourpop website, and I'm not sure if I've shown it here before, but I've been trying to build like a palette with one of those magnetic, you know, just blank palettes, and you can put whatever eyeshadows and different things in metal pans that you like, and they all will just magnet into the palette. So I have a number of eyeshadows from Colourpop, but they just never seem to have like all of the shades I was looking for all at once. So it seems now like they have pretty much everything back in stock, or at least everything I was looking for. So I probably now have all of the nude matte colors that Colourpop makes. So I don't want to take all of these out, but some of them you can't see through the packaging. So I have Good Thing, which is like a darker kind of reddish brown. This is Hear Me Out, which is a very light looking kind of light peach color. This one is Archer, which is sort of just like a neutral color. And then these are the ones I have to open. So this one is called Facet. It's also kind of a reddish brown. And this one is Conundrum, and it's sort of a medium brown. So I'll show you when I put those in the palette with my other colors and kind of how to arrange the palette. And then, you know, I had to spend a couple dollars more just to get free shipping. So I was looking at some of their lip colors, and this actually looked really interesting. It's called Blotted Lip, and it's just like a, you know, like a lip balm kind of in a tube, but it looks like the trendy blotted lip style. So this is probably the darkest shade that it comes in. This is called Shook. So it's like a very dark, you know, I love a berry lip. I don't even know why I'm buying lip colors, because if I am outside, I'm wearing a mask still. But I did also try this out before, and it actually looks pretty nice. So I'll just put on a little bit. And it is like buildable, but this is the type of lip look that I like. So it's just a little something extra, and it's creamy. It's not like dry feeling. I do like, you know, like a matte kind of liquid lipstick, but it's sort of more like a lip balm feeling thing. So here's everything, which I now have to find homes for. And meanwhile, I will test everything out, and I'll report back in a little while, finish off this video with my actual review of all this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to show you my evening skincare routine and the new items I've incorporated into it, starting with the Bad Habit OMZ cleansing balm. So I will say this about all of the Bad Habit products: they are very brightly pigmented. This is obviously not a natural color. It is lavender scented, but it's like purple. So the first time I tried it, I wasn't that thrilled with it. It definitely removes makeup right away. You'll see, I'll show you in a second, but I felt like it didn't rinse off cleanly. I have since found that using my little Boy little silicone scrubber helps me feel like it's just like doing more cleansing, and also making sure that you rinse with really warm, like hot water, just makes it feel like it's rinsing off more cleanly, because otherwise I did just feel like I had sort of some film left over, and also I was missing the like really scrubbing, cleansing feeling of like using this or using something with something like, you know, abrasive or exfoliating, or just, you know, using like my regular face wash over the balm. So it's really neat. I'll show you in a second so you can see, hopefully you can see, I have some makeup on currently. So you just take a fingerful of this and you just put it right on your dry skin, and it literally removes the makeup instantly. I mean, it's gone now. Hopefully you can see. But so, you know, for that reason, I mean, I think it would be great for traveling, because you wouldn't need a separate face wash and makeup remover. I pretty much always either use a liquid makeup remover or a makeup eraser cloth, and then wash my face with face wash. And so this is replacing both of those steps. And, you know, it's kind of, probably the TSA would still consider this a liquid, but it's not like liquidy that you need to worry about it, like, you know, spilling out all over your stuff. Like I said, I have been using this little scrubber sometimes. I'm not going to do it right now, but that kind of helps me to feel cleaner. And then otherwise, just make sure you rinse with really nice warm water. Next thing I do is eye cream. This isn't the Bad Habit one. This is another different one that I had just bought at the drugstore. And I'm just still using this one at night because the Bad Habit one has caffeine in it. So I feel like it's maybe more for daytime. I don't know. It probably doesn't make a difference, but I'll talk about that one when I show you my daytime routine. So then the next new step that I'm doing is the Bad Habit toner. Again, you can see this is not a really natural color. This looks like a bottle of matcha latte. It's bright green, but it is supposed to have some kind of basil, I guess is why it's green, which is an adaptogen, which I still don't understand what that is. I'm also not super thrilled with this. The first time I tried it, it almost feels dry. Like, I don't know how to explain that a liquid feels dry on your face. It just doesn't feel like it's moisturizing or doing anything positive for my skin. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. I don't think that it's harming my skin. I've been using it for a little over a week now. I haven't noticed any like negative effects, but I just feel like it's not as hydrating as my usual toner. So, I mean, I probably wouldn't repurchase this, but I'll definitely finish it up. And then the final step I've been doing at night, which also isn't anything that I just purchased, I've been kind of alternating between the Cica Care Balm Moisturizer and the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer, kind of just based on how I feel. I'm kind of trying to use up the last of this tube, so I've been using this one more often. But I will say the La Roche-Posay, learned about it from fellow YouTuber Girl in Pursuit, and if you've watched me for a while and seen me talk about like skincare things, you might know that I get little dry patches around my face, especially during like the times when the seasons are changing, and this stuff magically cleared everything up, worked better than any prescription creams or anything I've gotten. So highly recommend this if you have any kind of sensitive or irritated or a combination kind of skin. That's pretty much it. I already brushed my teeth. I will floss in a second, and otherwise I will see you back in the morning to show you the other new products that I'm trying. Alright, good morning. I'm going to show you my morning skincare routine. So once again, I've already brushed my teeth and I washed my face just lightly. I'm going to use the Bad Habit Eyes Open Caffeine and Peptide Eye Cream. Now, something with this cream, like the other Bad Habit products, it is a little pigmented. I'm not sure if you'll see it against my skin, but it is like a little kind of peachy colored. It's not just white or clear like some other eye creams. I've been using this now for at least a week, probably over a week. I don't know if it's making me look more awake, but it does have caffeine, which supposedly is supposed to like make your eyes look more awake. And then my next step is I'll use the toner. So I think by this point you will have already seen me talk about the Bad Habit toner with adaptogens, which I looked into what adaptogens are, and it's basically just things that come from different plants or mushrooms that have like benefits for your physical or mental health. It sounds very general. So again, I don't know if this is doing anything for me. It is real green looking, and I'm just not a fan of the texture. It just doesn't feel like moisturizing or hydrating. It almost feels drying or like sticky, so probably would not repurchase this. And then the last thing I do in the mornings just on a regular day is my tinted moisturizer. This is Skin 79 BB cream. This is the Super Plus. Comes in the gold little container. I've been using this for many years. This is probably one of my longest running beauty products, and it's just a little bit tinted. It has SPF, and it is a moisturizer, so it just kind of evens everything out. I don't usually use any other foundation or anything other than this. And then one last product that I didn't talk about last time in my evening skincare routine, but I have been using it more at night than in the daytime, mostly just because I'm keeping it here in the bathroom. If I were keeping it sitting on my desk or in my purse or something, I'd probably use it more during the day. But this is the Palm Reader Adaptogen Nourishing Hand Cream. So again, like some of the other products, it is a little bit tinted. Again, I don't know if you will see the difference against my skin, but it's kind of similar in shade to that eye cream. It's just like a little bit peachy colored. It's fine. It's a fine hand cream. It again has adaptogens, and I don't know what that's doing for me, if anything, but I have noticed, I mean, probably most hand creams do this, but it's maybe a little more apparent because of the tint, but it gets kind of like these crusty bits around the, you know, the opening and in the cap, and then they kind of come off on your skin, and so you end up with like these chunks on you, and that's not cool. So again, it's fine. I haven't noticed anything special about it being like very moisturizing or anything. Okay, so I'm gonna do my makeup now with some of the, I guess all of the new items. Just a disclaimer, this is not my typical daily makeup routine, and also like today I'm just spending the day at home, so this isn't what I would normally do on this kind of day, but I wanted to show off everything kind of all in one routine. So first of all, I'll start with my Morphe eyelid primer, which does make such a big difference if you are an eyeshadow wearer. I also put it up over my brows. I don't know if that helps with my brow makeup staying on, but couldn't hurt. And then I will be brushing my brows up with the new Sephora spoolie brush. Now I had been doing brow pencil and then powder, and I tried the other end of this brush with some powder just to try it out, but it's really, I think, meant more for like a liquid or like a balm eyebrow color. So I wasn't planning on using this other end of the brush, and I haven't been. So my next step then will be to fill in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz Pencil. So again, what I had been doing before was kind of outlining or defining my brows with the pencil, and then I was using like a brow powder to fill in. But I started doing this with the pencil and the Merit brow color, like brow gel, and I'm really liking this combination. It's like a little less harsh, so I'll show you how this looks. So first I'm going to fill in my brows with the pencil, okay, and then I will go over them with the 1981 brow gel, which again is just like a little bit of a tinted gel. And then this new Morphe Jaclyn Hill eyeshadow brush, I actually really like this. This picks up the color so nicely, and I'll show you, it's not that different than the brush I had been using previously. So on this side is the older brush, and you can see it's like a little fluffier, but it really, there's a noticeable difference in the amount of pigment that they do pick up. So I'm going to use my new palette that I put together myself. So you saw me take you know, the colors that I already had and kind of shift them around and add in the new shades here. So hopefully I have kind of an order that makes sense. And then this is a blush, and this is a highlighter, also from Colourpop. I already had them. So in this one palette, you know, you could have custom whatever you like. This is just from Amazon. I can link to this as well. And this is, I mean, it holds up great, and it's way cheaper than a lot of other magnetic palettes. I'm not sure why, and it has a mirror and everything, but I'm just going to go ahead and use some of these matte colors to do my eyes. So I usually start with a light color all over, and then I just use like a color changer brush cleaner in between colors. So then I will go with like a more medium color on kind of the outside halves of each eye. And then I'll use more of a fine point brush to pick up one of these darker shades and use it kind of more as like a liner, and a little bit on like the outer corners of my eye. And then sometimes I take that fluffy one again and just kind of like brush over the whole thing to sort of blend it all together. So I will say about the Colourpop shades, and this is true for all of them, there's so much dust, and I was gonna say fallout. I don't know if it only counts as fallout if it's on your face, but they get so dusty in the palette. I'm constantly like blowing it off, brushing it off, taking them out and wiping it clean. So they are kind of loose when you do get in there. Also, they all seem to be like a little bit on the warmer or redder side of the scale. The ones I had before, the new ones now obviously some of them are kind of like a reddish brown intentionally, but it seems like everything, even if, you know, on screen before you order it, it looks like it's gonna be just a straight up neutral, they all seem to be a little bit more warm in color, and that's not my personal color palette. I think I need a little bit more on the cool side, and so I've just never found that all these colors work for me. And like I said, I think I have like all of the neutral matte colors now that Colourpop has, so maybe they just aren't going to work for me. So then I'm going to do my Bobbi Brown concealer or color corrector under my eyes, which makes such a big difference. And then I've kind of been switching up using other concealers. I do like this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. It's comes out real thick, so a lot of times I'll just like wipe up what's on the edge of the bottle or like up here on the top of the stick. I won't even take it off the applicator because I really just need a little tiny bit to blend in. And this is not my usual blush that I use every day, but since I'm working out of this palette, I'll use a little bit of this Colourpop blush. And this is also not an everyday step, but again, since I'm showing you all the stuff that I got, I will set everything with a little bit of translucent powder. I did just want to show the difference between, this is the new Morphe brush that I got for this purpose, and this is the brush that I had been using before. So they are almost the same size. The new Morphe one is actually a little bit larger in the bristle area, but obviously this one is way longer and just big and bulky if you're trying to like take it somewhere. So I'm looking forward to having this little guy for traveling. So let's see how this does applying some powder. I think it did great. It's very, very soft on your face or on your hand, and definitely picked up the powder, distributed the powder. I did notice there was like a big chunk of white powder on my hand. I'm not sure if that came off the brush or out of the container, but the brush seems to work great for what I wanted it. And then one final step, which I also don't usually do if I'm just hanging out at home, but again, since I'm showing you everything, here's the Colourpop Blotted Lip. This again was the color Shook. I actually was asked to leave a review of it online, so I did. So my review is, the color is very nice. It's a great berry color. It does definitely have like that blotted lip stain kind of look. My one negative comment, and I took away 1 star for this, is it can kind of smudge and migrate around your face. So for example, if you, like me, foolishly put on some lip color and then wear a mask out, it's probably going to migrate outside of your lips. So just be forewarned when you're wearing it. So I just put a very little amount in the center of my lips and kind of blended it out. Again, I am just spending the day at home, so I don't want to do anything too crazy looking just for sitting around on the couch. Really, Katie?